Okay, so welcome back. Now we're going to do another example. And so if you're given a function like this, and so this is obviously a sinusoidal function, and so there's a lot going on, and so you should be able to take a function like this and be able to analyze it and determine what these are. So the midline, what determines the midline? Well, the midline is determined by the vertical shift. If there is a vertical shift, then the midline will be changed. Normally, if there's no vertical shift, then the midline is y equals 0. So the midline would just be at y equals 0. Okay? Now, in this case here, we have a vertical shift upward. So that means that now the midline is going to be at y equals 1. Okay? So that's the midline. Okay? So that's easy, right? So now the amplitude. Now the amplitude is determined by A, right? So the absolute value of A is what? 3. So the absolute value of A equals the amplitude. So in this case, the amplitude is 3, which means the distance from the midline and the maximum distance and the distance from the midline to the minimum distance, okay, is 3. Okay, now the period. Now, in this case here, the period is what? The period is determined by 2 pi minus b, which in this case is 2. So the absolute value of b, right? So 2 pi divided by the absolute value of b is 2. So this means that the period is going to be pi. Okay, so the period of pi, but the phase shift. Now the phase shift is given by what? It's going to be c divided by b, but in this case, c is 0. So the phase shift is 0. Okay. And that's it. So you've got all the information you need, basically from the analytics to graph this thing, and you know what it looks like. Have a great day.